What if I told you that one single clove, the same spice sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now, dropped into your morning coffee could begin changing your cardiovascular system, your blood sugar, and your brain chemistry within 10 minutes of drinking it? I know that sounds impossible. But after reviewing the clinical research on Eugenol, the primary bioactive compound in cloves, I can tell you that what happens inside the body of a senior who drinks clove coffee every morning is genuinely one of the most remarkable things modern nutritional science has documented. And the most shocking part? Most people over 60 are drinking plain coffee every single morning, completely unaware that one tiny addition could be transforming their health. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you are going to want to walk straight to your kitchen. My name is Dr. Kevin Adewale, and I am with over 25 years of experience treating seniors for cardiovascular disease, metabolic disorders, and chronic inflammation. I have spent years reviewing the nutritional medicine literature, including research published in the Journal of Medicinal Food, the European Journal of Nutrition, and insights from Dr. Michael Greger's landmark work, How Not to Die. And what the science says about cloves and coffee together is something every senior deserves to know. I have personally recommended this to patients in my clinic, and the results have been remarkable. Here is what most people over 60 do not realize. After the age of 60, 3 things begin happening simultaneously inside your body that set the stage for heart attacks, cognitive decline, and metabolic disease. First, chronic low-grade inflammation increases significantly. According to research published in the Journal of Gerontology, systemic inflammation markers like C-reactive protein and interleukin-6 rise progressively with age, silently damaging arteries, brain tissue, and organ function long before any symptoms appear. Second, blood sugar regulation becomes dramatically less efficient. The pancreas produces less insulin, cells become more resistant to it, and post-meal blood sugar spikes become more frequent and more damaging. Third, antioxidant defense systems weaken. Your body produces less glutathione, less superoxide dismutase, and less catalase, the 3 main enzymes that neutralize the free radicals destroying your cells from the inside. Now here is the extraordinary thing. According to research published in the Food Chemistry Journal, cloves contain the highest antioxidant concentration of any spice ever measured, with an ORAC value of over 290,000 units per 100 grams. And when combined with coffee, which itself contains chlorogenic acids that slow glucose absorption, the combination creates a synergistic effect that addresses all 3 of these aging mechanisms simultaneously. Let me walk you through exactly what happens, step by step, after you drink that first cup. Within 10 minutes, Eugenol enters the bloodstream and begins blocking inflammation. The primary compound in cloves is Eugenol, a phenylpropanoid that is absorbed rapidly through the gastrointestinal lining and enters systemic circulation within 8 to 12 minutes of ingestion. According to a study published in the Journal of Immunotoxicology, Eugenol directly inhibits COX-2, the same inflammatory enzyme that ibuprofen and aspirin target, without the gastrointestinal side effects those medications carry. For seniors whose arteries are under constant inflammatory assault, this is a powerful intervention. Dr. Joel Fuhrman, in Eat to Live, identifies chronic COX-2 overactivation as one of the primary drivers of cardiovascular disease in older adults. What this means for you: that low-grade ache in your joints, that morning stiffness, that persistent brain fog, these are all inflammatory signals. Eugenol begins addressing them within minutes, naturally and safely. By 15 minutes, blood sugar begins to stabilize. Coffee alone causes a modest cortisol spike that can raise blood sugar temporarily in some seniors. But cloves change this equation entirely. According to a randomized clinical trial published in the Journal of Medicinal Food involving patients with type 2 diabetes, clove extract significantly reduced fasting blood glucose, improved insulin sensitivity, and lowered post-meal glucose spikes. The mechanism involves a compound called nigericin, found in cloves, that activates GLUT4 transporters, which are the proteins that pull glucose from the bloodstream into muscle cells for fuel. As Dr. Jason Fung explains in the Obesity Code, improving GLUT4 sensitivity is one of the most important interventions possible for reversing insulin resistance in older adults. What this means for you: instead of the blood sugar crash that often follows morning coffee, that mid-morning fatigue and carbohydrate craving, clove coffee produces a more stable, sustained energy curve throughout the morning. This next one is the one that surprises my patients most. I have had seniors tell me this single benefit alone was worth changing their entire morning routine. Stay with me. By 20 minutes, arterial blood flow improves measurably. This is the one that genuinely shocks people. Eugenol has vasodilatory properties, meaning it causes the smooth muscle cells lining your arteries to relax, widening the arterial diameter and reducing blood pressure. According to research published in Phytomedicine, Eugenol inhibits calcium channel activity in vascular smooth muscle, the same mechanism targeted by prescription calcium channel blocker medications used to treat hypertension. For seniors whose arteries have lost elasticity through decades of inflammation and oxidative stress, this natural vasodilation represents a meaningful cardiovascular benefit, combined with coffee's own ability to temporarily increase blood flow through adenosine receptor antagonism. The result is measurably improved circulation within 20 to 30 minutes of consumption. What this means for you: better blood flow to the brain means sharper thinking. Better blood flow to the heart means less strain on the cardiac muscle. Better peripheral circulation means warmer hands and feet and reduced risk of blood clots. By 30 minutes, liver detoxification enzymes are activated. The liver is your body's primary detoxification organ, and after 60, its detoxification capacity declines significantly. According to Harrison's Principles of Internal Medicine, hepatic blood flow decreases by approximately 40% between the ages of 40 and 80, reducing the liver's ability to process environmental toxins, pharmaceutical residues, and metabolic waste products. Eugenol has been shown in research published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry to upregulate phase 2 liver detoxification enzymes, specifically glutathione S-transferase, which are responsible for neutralizing some of the most harmful compounds that accumulate in the aging body. This is why many of my patients report feeling genuinely cleaner and more energetic when they make Clove coffee a consistent morning habit. What this means for you: a more efficient liver means better hormone regulation, cleaner blood, and reduced toxic burden on the brain and cardiovascular system. Benefit of the powerful antimicrobial and oral health protection. This benefit operates continuously throughout the morning. The eugenol in cloves is one of the most potent natural antimicrobials ever studied. According to research published in Archives of Oral Biology, eugenol effectively eliminates Streptococcus mutans, the primary bacteria responsible for tooth decay and gum disease. But here is why this matters beyond dental health. Research from the Journal of the American Heart Association has established a direct link between chronic gum disease, periodontitis, and increased cardiovascular mortality in seniors. The bacteria from infected gums enter the bloodstream and directly damage arterial walls. By drinking Clove coffee, you are simultaneously protecting your teeth, your gums, and by extension, your heart. What this means for you: every sip is doing antimicrobial work that conventional dentistry charges thousands of dollars to address through procedures. Benefit of the brain protection. Eugenol crosses the blood-brain barrier. One of the most remarkable properties of eugenol is its ability to cross the blood-brain barrier, the protective membrane that most compounds cannot penetrate. According to research published in the Journal of Neurochemistry, eugenol demonstrates neuroprotective effects by reducing beta-amyloid plaque formation, the protein deposits associated with Alzheimer's disease, and by protecting dopaminergic neurons from oxidative damage. Dr. David Perlmutter in Grain Brain identifies chronic neuroinflammation as the primary driver of cognitive decline in aging adults. Eugenol directly addresses this mechanism. For seniors concerned about memory, focus, and long-term cognitive health, this may be the single most important benefit on this entire list. What this means for you: a daily habit that costs pennies is actively protecting your brain against the most feared disease in senior medicine. Benefit of the bone density preservation. After 60, bone density loss accelerates, particularly in women post-menopause. According to research from the International Journal of Molecular Sciences, eugenol has been shown to inhibit osteoclast activity. Osteoclasts are the cells responsible for breaking down bone tissue, while simultaneously stimulating osteoblast function, which builds new bone. This dual action makes Clove one of the few natural compounds with documented bone-preserving properties. Combined with the magnesium and manganese naturally present in cloves, both of which are essential cofactors in bone mineralization, Clove coffee represents a meaningful daily contribution to skeletal health in older adults. What this means for you: every morning cup is contributing, however modestly, to preserving the bones that keep you independent and mobile. Now, I know that was a significant amount of science. But here is the extraordinary thing about all of it. This costs you almost nothing. One whole clove, or half a teaspoon of ground cloves, added to your coffee grounds before brewing. That is the entire intervention. I call this the Senior MD Morning Protocol. Add one whole clove or 1-2 teaspoon ground cloves to your coffee grounds before brewing. Drink on an empty stomach, first thing in the morning, for maximum eugenol absorption. Do not add sugar. Use a small amount of cinnamon instead, which compounds the blood sugar stabilizing effect. Drink slowly over 15 to 20 minutes rather than quickly. This allows the eugenol to be absorbed gradually and steadily. Follow with a glass of water. Eugenol is fat-soluble, and water helps distribute it through the digestive system. As Dr. Michael Greger documents in How Not to Die, the most powerful health interventions are not always the most expensive ones. Consistent daily habits built around nutrient-dense, bioactive foods produce cumulative benefits that pharmaceuticals simply cannot replicate. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever tried adding cloves to your coffee? Did you notice a difference? Tell me in the comments right now. I read every single one. And your experience could help someone else watching this video who has been searching for a natural solution. If this video gave you value today, please share it with someone you love, a parent, a sibling, a friend over 60. One share from you could genuinely change their morning routine and their health. And if you are not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button right now. I publish new health insights every single week. The kind of information your doctor may not have time to explain in a 10-minute appointment. You deserve to know this. Medical disclaimer. The information shared in this video is strictly for educational and informational purposes only. It does not constitute medical advice and should not replace the guidance of your qualified physician. Always consult your doctor before making any changes to your health, diet, or medication routine, especially if you are taking blood thinners, diabetes medication, or blood pressure medication, as cloves may interact with these drugs.